Out by a Washington team that had lost 5 straight. Dallas also lost Andy Dalton in the third quarter to a concussion, and Ezekiel Elliott only rushed for 45 yards. Cowboys now been outscored 63-13 in their last 2 games without Dak Prescott. Bucky Brooks is back in the building, but Acho, the Cowboys quit on Mike McCarthy.
No, they haven't quit on Mike McCarthy. Because to say they've quit on Mike McCarthy is to imply that they were ever playing for Mike McCarthy.
Oh, my God.
And the Cowboys were never playing for Mike McCarthy. That's what you call journalistic jargon. It's just a figure of speech that is made up, but players don't actually play for coaches unless the coach is battling an illness of some sort or unless the coach is going to retire and is in his last game. The Cowboys were never playing for Mike McCarthy. You're playing for your family. You're playing for your reputation. You're playing for a new contract. But playing for your coach, what we gonna do that for? The roster turns over 33% each and every year. There's a likelihood that I won't even be playing for or with that coach in the following year. What's the real Cowboys issue is they might be losing their motivation. They might no longer have as much of a reason to play, but it's not the fact that they've quit on Mike McCarthy. Now I think they just realize who and what they are. They're no longer going out on the field expecting to dominate. They're no longer going out on the field expecting to win. They're going out on the field hoping to dominate. They're going out on the field hoping to win. Now, when you look at that, that might be translated into, oh, they quit on McCarthy. But players don't play for coaches, so they can't quit on coaches. I draw a similar parallel. If a defense gives up a lot of rushing yards, you might say, oh, that defense isn't tough. That defense isn't physical. No, maybe that defense was just in the wrong gap. Maybe that defense just didn't execute their assignments well. Sometimes we try to give things a title to cover up the reason as to why something is happening. The Cowboys are not quitting on Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys are poorly coached. The Cowboys lack talent at certain positions that are imperative to have talent to succeed. And the Cowboys lack motivation right now. It's not a matter of quitting on their head coach. It's a matter of quitting on themselves, if anything.
Oh, wow. No, they haven't quit on Mike McCarthy. Oh, it's a lot to get into here. You said a lot, big dog. But no, they're not quitting because it's the same thing when we have the conversation of tanking. Players are not tanking. Players are not quitting in this situation. What you may perceive as someone quitting is someone who's given effort without intention. Like, what are you trying to do? I see you out there doing stuff. We see all these Cowboy players running around trying to make plays. But what's the intent? Like Acho said, what's the motivation and what's the objective in every single play? You have to go out there and micro-define that if you're in a winning culture and if you're with a coach that is worth his salt. So I'm looking at this, why these players and this team hasn't quit, simply because they're too close to achieving their goals. How many wins do the Dallas Cowboys have? 2. How many wins does the division-leading Eagles have? 2. Guess what? We're right there. No matter what you can say about us, imagine this, and this happens a lot in our world, when everyone tries to tell you and kick you and push you down. Everyone in this world is piling on, it feels like. And then in reality, you look around, you're like, if that's all they got, if I just took their biggest punch and I'm still here, guess what? Now let's go from survival mode to thriving mode. And that's where I think the Cowboys are. First, they're trying to survive. They're trying to figure this out on the fly. New situation, new coach. They're just trying to figure it out and survive. But now, once you look at the Cowboys and they realize, hey, we still got to play the Eagles a couple times. We still have an opportunity to achieve our goals. They'll get into thrive mode.
Yeah, and this is a situation where I can't say that they quit because I don't know if they ever really started along the path of really believing in what Mike McCarthy was selling. I don't believe this team has set a coach, and I'm going to fault Mike McCarthy first because here's what happens when you get fired. It's much like a breakup. When someone breaks up with you, you do a little self-reflection, and you wonder, how can I make myself better for the next opportunity when it comes to dating? Mike McCarthy was unceremoniously dumped by the Green Bay Packers.
Get out of
he
here.
Self-reflected for a year, and he said, oh, everybody said all these things about me, so I need to change. I'm going to be the nicer guy. I'm going to make sure that I try and develop a relationship with the players. I may be a quote-unquote players coach. So maybe he didn't come hard on the players early and set a line that was established because let's just go through the examples that we've seen of late. Andy Dalton got drilled in the face, and no one ran to his aid. No one ran to pick him up.
Shame.
No one took a shot at Bostic.
Shame.
Everyone just sat there and said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna do like Marcellus Wiley. I'm gonna pick up my cell phone and I'm gonna call somebody to come and make sure that they take care of the big bad bully,
Law-abiding
Bostic.
citizen here.
I'm not going to take it into my own hand."
No.
Secondly, we heard Xavier Rose say, "You can't expect me to give 100% effort on the field." I mean, that would be crazy for me to think that I'm going to run from one side of the field to the other side of the field. But on Sunday night, I saw DK Metcalf run 108 yards to track down Budda Baker when he didn't have to. He could have given up on the play, but because of the standard that they've created in Seattle, he ran it all the way out. And lo and behold, they made a stop because of it. But let's go to a couple weeks ago. Anonymous sources said, our coaches don't know what they're doing. We're unprepared. We're not ready. All of this. So, yes, the players are on their own thing. Really, I kind of liken this to singers and bands. There are a lot of players on the Cowboys that think they're Beyonce leaving Destiny's Child. They're out here as me players, not trying to be a part of the group. But what they don't know, you're not Beyonce. You're Michelle.
You're not even Kelly. You real with that one, Bucky. Marcellus, I gotta attack you because something you said is a little asinine. So you talked about the Cowboys. Yes, you, Marcellus.
You like to fight.
Yeah, man.
You gotta attack me.
You talk about the Cowboys still being stride for stride in the NFC East. The football team only has 2 wins. The Eagles only have 2 wins. I submit this, Marcellus. Things can have the same look, but be very, very, very different. You, sir, right now, you sitting in that gray suit. Oh, you look good in the gray suit. But if I was in a gray suit, Marcellus, we would both have on gray suits, okay? But one of us would look a lot better than the other. My point being, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the football team, sure, they all got 2 wins, but some teams look a whole lot better than the others. The Cowboys, I think, Marcellus, have truly just quit on the fact that, man, our goals aren't as attainable as they used to be. Remember, Mike McCarthy at the beginning of the season, we're trying to win a Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy at the beginning of last week, we're just trying to win the division. Let me take y'all back. 2010. We'd gone to the national championship at the University of Texas in 2009. We had played Alabama. 2010, Marcellus, we think we're about to go to another national championship. We get our first loss. Okay, we just got 1 loss. It's all good. We can still go to the ship. Second loss, we can still go to the ship. Third loss, okay, we can't go to the national championship. Let's just try to win our conference. Let's win the Big 12. Fourth loss, maybe we can still win the Big 12, maybe. Fifth loss, let's just try to go to a bowl game. Sixth loss, maybe we can go to a bowl game. By the 7th loss, Marcellus, we was like, what we still doing out here? That's where the Cowboys are. It's like, okay, early on, we can win a Super Bowl. We can win a Super Bowl 1 and 2. Okay, we can still probably, if things go well, maybe get a 1 and 3. It's not looking too good. Okay, 2 and 5, 2 and 4. Okay, we're just not as good as we think we are. That is why the Cowboys are out. The reality is starting to hit them.
It's amazing. It's amazing that I have to come up here so often and get out of my skin, out of my job occupation, out of my character, and just sit down and teach, and just sit down and drop wisdom, Wileyisms left and right. But I don't have a Wileyism for you right now. I got a summation of what you guys are doing in terms of not respecting what the Cowboys are going through. You know in life that most of your personality is actually shaped, you know, before the age of 3. They say 80+% personality. You already come out basically already formed, and then the rest happens in latter years. But let's just look at this situation, because you guys are in situations that my wife found herself in. Now, my wife finds me fully formed, at least looking ready for a moment in my late 30s, right? And my wife finds out that as much as this looks good in this gray suit, there are some issues that come with being with me. There are some issues that come along with being with her as well. But how does that pertain to the Cowboys? Because y'all the ones complaining about what you got right now and blaming it on Mike McCarthy, when I just want to push back and say, who raised these kids? Who raised these dudes? Who was the one that let these guys become the guy that now we have to clean up and dust off a little bit just to get the most out of them? Who in the hell raise Ezekiel Elliott in the NFL. Forget it. His football career, it ain't on Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's watching a guy, he inherited that. He thought Zeke looked good in the gray suit. He thought Zeke was the person I should stay committed to. And then in his last 15 games, only 2 over 100 yards. And Mike McCarthy, like, let me do the math. I haven't been here for 15 games. So what the hell is wrong with Ezekiel Elliott? Oh, no, let me get Dak Prescott. He looks great in that suit. Oh, I married Dak. Oh, he sounds good. He says all the right thing. He leads all of the men. Let's go. Oh, Dak can't even show up for the ceremony. And when he does, he only get a few words out and did tap out because he got injured. You look at this team right now, it's not even what Mike McCarthy was sold to coach. So now y'all gonna blame him when he just walked into a situation expecting more, getting less, and it's still on the same pace as the division-leading team.
Mike McCarthy's job interview was a sleepover. He said, Jerry, do you want me to wear my onesie? Do you want me to wear my onesie?
Like that,
That's how Mike McCarthy auditioned for his job. Don't tell me about whether or not Mike McCarthy got what he thought he was signing up for. No, he didn't know what he was signing up for.
Who else lost their starting quarterback in the league? Go.
Bucky, check this man, bro. Bucky, check.
Okay, so I'm really, it's incredulous that Marcellus is taking this take.